Hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho.
I like our new dance this week.
I like that it got turned to robot.
A little bit like robot washing machine. For those of you listening to the podcast version of this,
we're doing robots. Yay! Welcome to Hype Night.
Welcome to Hype Night.
Oh, I am very happy to be here, and we are very happy to have you.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. If this is your first time at Hype Night, welcome. We bring on a wonderful woman each week, and we give her the hype that she deserves, and our list is long, and we have lots of guests to bring onto the show over the next forever.
Forever and ever. So
Yes.
if this is your first time, you'll have lots of opportunities to come back.
That's right.
And tell all your friends, because we'll have forever episodes.
Yeah, forever episodes.
Yeah, like forever friends.
You can't get rid of us.
Forever homes. Let this be your forever
home. Aw.
Aw. Yeah, and if maybe you're watching us on Amazon Prime, if you are, hello.
Hello.
Or maybe
you could be watching us on Highball TV, which is
Yeah.
a wonderful streaming service of all independent content. Get on it. It's awesome.
get on it.
There's that.
Yeah, or maybe you're listening to us as a podcast. Some of you were like, I like listening to it as a podcast, and we listened to you, and it's up on Podbean, so maybe you're listening to that.
Yeah, and maybe you love us so much that you want to go on Patreon and throw something at us. Hey, that's cool. We'll take it. 'Cause we're going to be around forever.
We're going to be around forever. So
there's that.
But don't wait forever to visit Patreon and support us if you like the show. Seriously, if you like the show and you want to help us keep making the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact, Patreon's pretty amazing, and there's a lot of wonderful projects there that you should just go check it out, because there's a lot of artists doing a lot of really cool independent work.
Absolutely.
And you don't need to give all your money to the one big person. You can give it to the little person too.
Yeah. Agreed. There you go. That was nice, Jill.
Yeah. I got my voice up here.
You got passionate about
That's it. No big deal.
it. Wow. I've
Yeah.
never heard you speak like that.
It can happen.
Amazing. Well, yeah, so those are the places
Yeah.
that you can see us and hear us.
It's true.
Yeah.
This is kind of what Hype Night looks like. We're going to do some hype for each other
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's little. Today it's little.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little bit of hype today.
Okay.
I think that you're just really rocking these earrings.
Thank
and
you.
I know that it's a little bit of a backhanded hype because they used
Do
to be
it.
mine.
They used to be Dale's.
But they look so good.
You know what's funny is I didn't know that these earrings and this ring were Dale's. See, we have clothing swaps a lot of the time where we have our wonderful friends over and we swap clothes and accessories. And this was the clothing swap that I got all this white jewelry.
Well, it looks good. See, to me, it always felt too fancy.
Oh,
I'd
yeah?
put it on and I'd be like, I got fancy ears. But for you, I'm like, oh, you just rock a fancy ear.
Oh, thanks.
You look good rocking a fancy ear.
Well, I appreciate that.
No, you
Thanks
do.
for these earrings.
Well,
I didn't even know they were yours until just before the show.
You're very welcome.
Clothing swap. Hashtag clothing swap.
Hashtag clothing swaps.
I want to say to you, Dale, that you have a lot of grace, and I like your grace.
Oh, man.
You're very poised.
I wasn't graced 20 minutes ago.
But you have poise, even when... No, I'm going to give you even more hype about that. You
Okay.
got to take this hype.
Okay, I'm taking it.
So, even when you're in the middle of a situation where either something absurd is happening to you, which happens a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's true.
It does happen to you a lot.
It's true.
But it's kind of awesome, as your friend, to hear about it. Or, something where a person would get rattled. Let's say something is happening and you're like, this would rattle a person. I feel like you're not easily rattled. You keep yourself together.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
that's how we hype.
I'm going to give a little... Sherry Hollett said that gave me a little bit of hype here, previous guest.
Nice.
A little bit of hype here that I should do some animation work with that voice. I could, because it goes on forever.
So good.
It can stay up there forever.
Wow, that's hard to do.
Not for me.
Well, there you go. Sherry Hollett, you are correct. You should get in on that
I
animation,
can scream
Dale.
forever. It never stops.
See, I wish I envy that. Because I can't. I lose that upper register real quick. I need to talk to... I have to, reach out to Melanie Tapson, former guest on Hype.
Yep.
As
Oh,
well.
yeah. She'll get that register, going.
I know. Like
this.
going, walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah, no big deal.
In a, is that a problematic song now?
I think it probably is.
I think it probably is.
Yep.
But, you
Stamped.
didn't know back then. There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people reflecting on, like,
Oh.
when I was in this movie in the 80s and now I watch that movie and, ooh.
But I've also been thinking about it for my own comedy too, right? Because the things that I wrote like 10 years ago, I go,
Oh, yeah,
there's
big time.
quite a bit of problem with that.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the focus, the lens to look at that the way that I do now.
Even stuff I wrote, like, a year ago. Like, I feel like the world has changed a lot. And
Yeah.
I go, oh, wow. Which is kind of great.
No, it's great.
Pushes you to, I think it pushes us all to dig deeper.
Let's push through.
Push through!
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to get
Oh my God.
to get this party started.
Yes.
Get this party started. I shouldn't because it's copywritten and we'll get shut down
On a
Facebook.
Sunday night. Oh no, Wednesday night.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's by Pink, and you're going to see why Pink is going to continue to be a theme in this.
Oh, it
This
is.
show. Ooh.
It's a theme.
Our guest tonight is so delightful. I've known her for a while now. She's actually quite a good friend, full disclosure. Close friend.
Yep.
And she is so talented. I met her first in her capacity as a writer, and she's a journalist. She's a radio producer.
Yes.
She's also a restaurateur.
A restaurateur on Hype Night.
Restaurant.
Yeah.
Can you even believe it?
Yeah.
It's
I
pretty
can,
exciting. So
'cause she's right there.
I think it's time. She's right there.
Right there.
And I think it's time to bring her on.
Yes, let's do it.
So our guest tonight is Alison Broverman. Yay! Come on, where is it? Where are you?
Oh, did I rush on too fast before the
No,
music?
it's good. No, I was slow. You know what I need? I need one of those, like, I don't know if you ever watched the Rosie O'Donnell show.
All the time.
I loved that show.
Yeah, obsessively, yeah.
And she had, like, a console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That she could just press buttons for
and she had, like,
clips.
great songs. She had great clips.
And, like, little, like, voice clips from movies.
Yeah,
And you know what?
Tommy,
I'll
can
go
you hear me?
further
Yes.
back. I'm gonna go further back and be like, you should be like Jerry Todd.
Yeah.
Do it like Jerry Todd from
just slide
SCTV.
it on.
SCTV
Oh, yeah.
and slide it. Yes.
Slide it up,
SCTV.
Jerry Todd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I should.
How's that for a reference?
So if you like the show and you want me to have a console or like slide it up like Jerry Todd from SCTV, check out Patreon and let's make that console happen.
You know what?
Hashtag slide it up.
Hashtag slide it up.
I'll make it one of our goals on Patreon.
But how cool would it be to have a little console?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
You
dream.
know, that's the dream.
The closest that I've ever owned is a little novelty key ring with Mr. T quotes in it, where you press it and
Please
it says,
tell me all the quotes. Tell me the quotes.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Pity the Fool.
Pity the Fool,
Well,
obviously.
classic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are the only two I
Damn
remember.
Fool? Damn fool.
Yeah,
What other-
probably.
If you're watching, send
If
them.
my dad's
Yeah.
watching, it's in his office. He could just probably.
Oh, it's
Oh yeah,
still-
Sam
It
Broverman.
exists, yeah.
If you're watching Sam Broverman, let us know.
Yeah, it was a gift from my dad that I
I don't
bought
like
one time.
airplanes. That's from Thing though, right?
Yeah, I don't. That's not in there. Anyway, there's also a Scarface one. So
Oh, say hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
Just
I
sniffing.
thought you meant there was just a random Scarface quote on the Mr. T.
Oh no,
key
there's
ring.
a whole
Oh,
other.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Its own thing.
I wonder how many of
A
these
machine gun
exist.
I don't know, not enough probably.
Yeah,
We need more.
we need more. I want like a
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand one. Yes. Where there's just like hello gorgeous and like everyone all of Barbara Streisand.
I know that my husband said I think he had like a basketball one. I can't even think of who is it. Who's in like the Hoop Dreams? Who's in anyway? Michael Jordan.
Like Air Jordans.
Air
Michael
Jordan. But it said, "You guys want to play some basketball?" And then it said, "I like playing basketball with you guys." It just said those two things.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I was at a high school today, I was telling Dale earlier, and there was a high school student, a grade 10 or 11 student, who was wearing a Space Jam t-shirt. And I totally called this student out and was like, I like your t-shirt on a microphone. Because I really liked it. Or not on the microphone. When he came up to me, I said it. I was like, and I like your t-shirt.
Ain't
awesome.
too much for me to jam.
Yeah,
Right?
that was
That's
a good.
great.
Well, that was
for
Michael
Space-
Jackson. That
but
wasn't,
that's for Space. It ain't too much for me to jam.
was it from Space
Yes,
Jam?
that's from Space Jam.
Because I thought that was just on his other. Anyway.
No, tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Tell me I'm wrong, people out there.
Wow. Don't tell her she's right. Tell her
Tell me I'm
she's
wrong. I don't want to know if I'm right.
No. You already know you're right. That's what it is.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's so nice to have you here.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yay.
excited that you're here.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed the picture of fish we put up earlier for you.
I did. There's more attractive food that my restaurant
I
serves,
wanted the
but,
fish.
Dale, I could tell when
but I
Dale
get-
posted that.
But raw fish with onions is
Yes.
Yeah, that's me all over. So
It's you all for days. Raw fish with onions for days.
It's not about the most attractive dish.
But it sounds
yeah,
classic.
great.
No, I like dishes that are a little bit ugly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It tastes
It
great.
tastes great.
course,
It's,
yeah.
That's the herring?
That's the herring.
Yeah.
The mattress herring.
Classic.
God.
It is classic.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah, Alison runs and co-owns a Dutch restaurant.
Yeah.
And
right.
so herring is a popular dish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sell a lot of herring.
I
with
believe you
onions.
do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
I believe you do.
You know what
People
makes
like it.
me happy about the herring on the menu is like it reminds me so much of Rose and Island from the Golden Girls because Golden Girls was like my dream show as a kid.
Saint
I
Olaf.
just wanted to be on the Golden Girl. I wanted to be I basically wanted to be B. Arthur. Let's just say it.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. If you want me to be B. Arthur,
Tell her she's
head
wrong.
to Patreon.
Tell her she's wrong.
Well, yeah, go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong. But yeah, Rose used to always talk about St. Olaf, and they often talked about herring.
Yep.
Yeah, they had like a herring, like
Probably a herring festival.
a
or
festival.
something in
They
St.
must have had a
Olaf.
herring
Yeah.
festival. Yeah. So
I just want to give a quick shout out to my husband who missed me earlier saying, "You guys want to play some basketball?" I like playing basketball with you guys. So that's for you. That's for you, babe.
does he still have this keychain?
I think it was a doll.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was like a toy.
Oh, okay.
Tell us if it was a toy or if it was a keychain.
Tell her she's wrong.
Tell me I'm
Trevor.
wrong. I'm real like, it's Wednesday. Today. Here.
Dale's got a lot of
Challenging
fire.
the audience.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what you
fire.
need, Dale? I think you need a cocktail.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get her. Let's
Oh
get
wait,
this.
I
that time?
need the bottle as well.
Oh.
Where's the bottle?
Oh,
Okay.
the bottle. Maybe Matt is gonna go get us the bottle. Matt's gonna.
on his way.
That's gonna run.
Okay,
and get
but
the
I'm gonna
bottle.
bring it anyways. Here we go.
Today was a busy day, so we had a lot of
This
things.
is a dream tray. Look at this. This is so beautiful.
Okay, so
Love
this
this.
This is
this was a contender for my new favorite thing, but I decided to make it part of the garnish instead.
Okay.
This is a watering can that we just recently bought. That's a flamingo that I love. So there you go.
That's the sound of a flamingo. Today, what is the drink? What is this drink?
So we're
called?
having what I'm calling a pink jizz. Sorry.
That's why I didn't say it. That's why I didn't say it.
Is that why you didn't say it? Did you set me up?
Imagine I just
Wow. Wow.
Dale,
pink Gin Fizz, right?
you really should get into animation because your diction is fantastic.
Thank you. My diction is good. It's a
Yes.
pink Gin Fizz.
Not what Melissa said.
If you're listening on the podcast later, you'll know that we're all just laughing.
We're just
for a long
laughing
time.
because it didn't even occur to me that could be a thing that could happen, and there it happened. So there you go. It's like a Tom Collins meets a Gin Fizz with some.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna change directions. This is gonna be this kind of night. Chris Earl's watching tonight.
Hi, Chris Earl.
And he did a Shoppers Drug Mart commercial in the 80s with B. Arthur.
Yeah,
What?
that's amazing. That's mind blowing.
But that's impossible because I'm B. Arthur.
Yeah.
So I don't
No,
know.
it's a time paradox.
Tell me I'm wrong, Chris Earl.
Tell her
me
she's
I'm
wrong. Tell her she's wrong.
That's amazing.
So this is a
Amazing.
pink Gin Fizz
Yes,
made
thanks,
with
Joe.
Empress 1908 gin. Now here's a really special thing about this gin. You'll notice that it's kind of purpley in color here.
Mm-hmm.
When you add citrus to this, it turns pink. It's
pretty cool.
Pink.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go like this.
Oh, Home Shopping Network
Home
shot.
shop.
Beauty shot. Very nice, Dale.
And also, you didn't see, but I did a really nice squat there.
She did. Lunge.
This is comes to us from Trevor Burnett at Particular Fixins. If you have any events coming up or anything like that, let me tell you, they will put together the most beautiful cocktails and drinks for you. So if you're not at Boral and you need drinks outside of Boral, Particular fixes this lady. This is called Empress 1908, which is kind of made me like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because there's a drink at the Empress 1908, which is the Fairmont Victoria, which is my favorite drink.
But it's not made with gin.
But it's not made with gin. So I don't know what's going on here.
Okay.
It's suspicious.
Let us know if you know what's going on here. Maybe Trevor is watching.
Thank you for this.
You're welcome. Here you go.
Pink just...
Yes, I'm really happy that I'm not the only person who did that.
Oh my
I
god!
think this drink has a new name now. We should just embrace it.
I'm blaming Denis for that because he wrote it in front of me and wrote Pink Jizz Flamingos.
Likely story, Dale. Oh.
And then I read it and then I said it.
That's actually a good name for a drink,
Pink Jizz
Denny.
Flamingo, sure.
The Pink Jizz Flamingo.
We haven't even drank the drink yet.
No.
Well, isn't the Empress the hotel that was recently in the news because they that guy apologized after being banned for seagulls in the room?
Oh,
I don't even know this.
Oh, what
From
is happening?
A couple of weeks ago, so years ago, like 17 years ago.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get this wrong.
Okay.
So, don't take my word for it. Go search the actual story on the internet.
Okay.
But this guy was staying at the Empress and he'd brought his friends some pepperoni or something and wanted to keep it cold, so he like kept it on the windowsill with the window open.
That's what you do.
And then he came back to his room and a bunch of seagulls had come and were devouring the pepperoni.
You should apologize for that.
You should do more than apologize for that.
I guess in the process of trying to get them away, he completely trashed the room, and the whole room was a mess of seagulls and feathers and bird poop, and just like it was just a disaster. And he was banned from the hotel, and then with the wisdom of age and several years, he issued a very heartfelt apology, and the ban was lifted.
Oh, so they're letting him back in now.
I guess, yeah.
But he's not allowed any cured meats, probably. They search his bag.
Well, I suppose I should take this opportunity to apologize to the Marquesa Apartments on Bathurst and Eglinton for the time when we left peanuts in our house, and then squirrels came and put peanuts everywhere all over our whole apartment. All day they had peanuts. We came home and there were peanuts. There were peanuts all over. Wow. In the drain, in our shoes, in our beds. They took all day. And they just did it all day.
I would love to see that, the squirrels doing that as a short film. I feel like that would
they
be
worked hard.
Yeah.
They worked hard. Even when we moved out, we were still finding peanuts.
Wow.
You can't even really be mad.
No, it was great.
It's
sort of incredible.
Yeah. It was gross, but it was great.
Yeah.
Gross and great.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah.
I don't have any stories like that about pets, except for one time. I guess I do, but it wasn't. No, it was food. We left. We had a window open when I lived on Salem in this neighborhood, and there was no screen on the window, and a squirrel got in because there was like a fruit basket suspended from the.
Okay, so this is going in the right direction.
Yeah, squirrel got in, and we both. It's early in the morning, and my roommate wakes up and is like, "Are you in the kitchen?" And, I'm in my bedroom still. And I'm like, no. And she's, by this point, walked to the kitchen. And all I hear is, Mel, come here, Mel. I just hear her continually saying my name. And I come in, and the squirrel is, running around and trying to get out, but can't get back out the thing.
Yeah.
So then we had to call, our neighbor downstairs to come. And, we closed the door to the extension to the kitchen, and all we saw, because half of the door was window, was him chasing around trying to trap the squirrel. It was it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An owl got stuck in a wardrobe once in this place where I worked in a barn, because I worked in a barn once, and this owl was stuck, and everybody was screaming because this owl was there, and I was like, I'll just get the owl, and I went, and I was just standing there, and I was like, oh, and I grabbed a piece of material, and I'll never forget, this wardrobe woman was like, don't catch the owl with lame. It was I grabbed too expensive of a
a solid gold dancer needs that fabric for their costume.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
amazing.
And did you catch that owl?
Yeah.
With LeMay?
I don't remember. With the material, I just covered him. He or she wasn't upset. It was just kind of why? I kind of put it, and then I let it out.
Dale, I want to go back to the hype that I gave you earlier and just say that in that situation, you were the person who did not get rattled and had
even when I got yelled at about the gold lame.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I woke up one time to a squirrel in my bedroom. There was a hole in the screen of my bedroom window.
Yeah,
and I woke up and there was a squirrel staring at me. And as soon as I woke up and stared back at it, it kind of gave me this like, I'm not supposed to be here. kind of look. And we were kind of both sitting, and then he just ran, or she, so the squirrel ran right back out the.
Wow.
I like
the
that.
window. Yeah.
Right. No,
it was
this
terrifying
isn't right.
and then resolved itself very quickly, which is my favorite type of situation.
I once had to stare down with a raccoon in the middle of Ossington Avenue. I was on my bike and it like scurried out as they do. I don't like raccoons, so if you're sensing my disdain, you're sensing right. And then it like turned and we stared at each other for a while.
Yeah.
And then it like scurried off. They freak me out.
Yeah,
there's like apparently like more of them than people or something.
Yeah.
in Toronto.
and they can open the raccoon-resistant garbage cans now.
Oh yeah, it's a joke to them. They're like, really?
They're like, no big deal.
Of course they can do
Are
this.
you kidding me?
Watch me open it.
Yeah.
Let's do the best part of our day.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Best part of my day, I'm gonna genuinely say I got a really funny email about 20 minutes ago. And it was awesome.
It was a really funny email. It was also great for us to watch you react to it.
Yeah, I got an email that was friggin' great. And it just really brought lightness and humor to the stupidity of everything. And I just love it. And it was great. And it was actually the best part of my day.
Wow.
Genuinely.
Great. I'm glad I was there. We
It
were
was
there
great.
for it.
I interrupted everyone. But it was really good. That was the best
good.
part.
Cool.
Yeah.
The best part of my day, I was driving. I had to drive. I had to take like a 40-minute drive somewhere and then 40 minutes back. And I don't drive too much, but when I do, especially if it's a bit of a longer jaunt, I like to. Sometimes I listen to podcasts, but I also like to like listen to musical theater and sing at the top of my lungs. Like at the top of my lungs, and I also like that sometimes when I'm stopped and I'm like really just pretending I'm Evan Hansen, like I'm like just going for it, and I can feel people be like slowly turning because it's a lot, but I love it because I think when I was a teenager or like in my early 20s, and I lived in a suburb, and so I liked taking drives to like feel like I wasn't trapped in the suburbs, so I would do that a lot and drive around and sing, and so it makes me feel good. So
but do you sing old musical theater stuff, or do you like, are you up to date? Are you like singing Hamilton in your...
I do all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do like Barbra Streisand time. Like lately there's a lot of Don't Rain on My Parade happening because I need a certain kind of motivation and tenacity, and then like Dear Evan Hansen, and Hamilton. Like I do a little bit of all of it, whatever I'm in the mood for. It's my Ethel Merman moment. It was very nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and I thought of you, Allison, because Allison is also a big music theater enthusiast, and we talk about music theater a lot. So, yeah.
Yes. Oh,
so I was like, Allison's going to be on the show tonight. Musical theater time.
That's a great part of the day.
Should have just like called me.
I should have. Yeah, we should have.
Accidental car call.
It's true. Yeah.
I would have joined in probably.
Well, that would have been nice. Yeah. We should have like a sing-along.
Yeah, anytime. Okay. I'm here for it.
I'll come.
I've had a pretty nice day, actually. I got to work from home today, which was a nice treat.
That's
because usually I have to go to an office, which is also good. I like my office. It's a nice office with nice people, but mostly it's nice to work from home anytime. I have to work on my couch. That's great. And then before I came here, I was just chatting with my bar manager in my bar, and I had a little drink in my bar, and it's a Wednesday night, and sometimes Wednesdays can be a little slower, but tonight was like quite busy, so it was like just really nice to see a nice full bar and have a little drink. It was just a really good vibe in there. So
yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a really good part of the day.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have had a drink in my own bar.
I know. It's very nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Sonia's in the studio. Sonia, do you have something to...
Chris Earl says, Allison interviewed me once. She was, oh my God, really nice.
Oh, that's
And
nice. I remember that.
Luke Champion says, hi, Allison.
Oh, hi, Luke. Hi, Chris. Hello. That's so nice that you guys are watching.
These are so nice.
Oh, actually, I should hype back to Luke. Luke owns an amazing cheese shop that is also a wine bar at Girard and Broadview called Good Cheese.
Oh,
Good cheese.
yes.
It is delightful. They put together great cheese platters for if you have a party. It's also like a lovely place to just go and get a glass of wine and a cheese tray and a little snack. It's great.
That's where you
awesome.
get some of your
That's
cheese,
we
right?
we get our cheese, and they also make pickles in house, and we use their pickles on our cheese and meat trays.
That's awesome.
And
They're delicious. I
awesome.
can
They're great.
say yes, delicious. Well, thanks for joining us and thanks for that hype.
Yay!
So since we're getting into hype,
Yeah, let's do
we
it.
should talk about some quick rules.
Hype
The
rules. Simple. 3.
Yeah.
You got to take the hype we give you. Just take your praise. Number 2, if we get anything wrong, please let us know, and we will say we got it wrong.
Wakanda Forever is also the like.
Is that Wakanda?
Well, this is Wakanda Forever, but
Yeah.
but
This I always think of like, I'm not doing well on doing tubing or whatever it is. Don't stop the boat. I'm not doing well. Right?
funny.
It's like,
Oh
tubing
yeah, like a
semaphores?
like a
yeah, it's like
like a stop signal.
pulling me
If
on
you're
the
watching-
banana boat thing.
Yeah. Wow.
On the Kobe Cat.
People listening to the podcast are going to find this section particularly illuminating.
That's gonna be great. It's like Wakanda Forever, but
not.
fists are in a different direction.
Yeah.
Yes, and if there's anyone we would like to hype, like we just did with Luke or Chris Earl, who was best friends with B. Arthur, we
Best pals.
We should
Thank you for
definitely-
being a friend, Chris.
we should definitely hype them.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's kick it into hyping.
Kick it into
Here we
hype
go.
gear.
Here we go.
So, so Allison, we've done a lot of fun projects together.
We have.
You've invited me several times to be a part of a thing called Popcorn Panel, which you used to
yeah.
run for the National Post, which was a fantastic column.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Popcorn Panel. I don't just say that because I got to see movies for free and talk about them with interesting people and then be in a newspaper. But it was a really fun panel because you would assemble really interesting groups of people to talk about film.
thank you.
I remember you did one where you had kids.
Oh, yes.
Which was it? Was it the Muppet movie?
It was. I think I did a couple with kids, but I did the most memorable one was the Lego movie that I did
yes,
with kids. And these are kids who are family friends of mine. They're both big Lego enthusiasts, and that was just that was a delightful day.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. They were great. They liked the Lego movie, but they also had some insights about the gender politics of the Lego movie. So
It's fantastic.
Awesome.
I would, yeah.
Of course they did.
Awesome.
I was
Of
very
course
impressed.
they did. And you're writing, so you've done a lot of different arts and lifestyle writing. You've you've done stuff for the National Post, as we said, Toronto Star, Vancouver Sun, Globe and Mail, Toronto Life Magazine, Canadian Theatre Review, WestJet's Up Magazine. That's my favorite one on there.
Yes!
That was a long time ago, but okay, thank you for that's a
You're welcome.
A lot of
deep
people-
dive on my resume.
A lot of people stole that magazine.
Way
Stole that
back
magazine.
playback. A lot of people stole that magazine. Well, you're in Calgary. What are you gonna do? Read that WestJet Up magazine.
Yeah.
It's gonna tell you all the things.
Yeah, man. Get it stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also, I think the first time I actually like really met, I mean, I had met you a couple times, but you and Kristen McGregor, our friend Kristen McGregor, big hype to Kristen
she's
McGregor.
Her own,
Hype.
she's
her own hype. She's her own hype night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's on Sesame Street right now.
She is.
You saw a photo hanging out with Elmo.
Excuse me?
We just saw a
Oh,
photo
yeah.
of Kristen McGregor with Elmo. Yeah.
Cool.
It's really cool. She's awesome. You used to run a program with her called Script Superheroes.
Right.
Also, a fantastic program. It was kids would come and learn how to write a script.
Yeah, it's like a kids playwriting program. So we Kristen and I just on a whim, we were both sort of underemployed, and we're like, what do we want to do? We want to teach kids to write plays, I guess. So
great.
The
Yep.
library gave us a space for free, and we put some posters up, and we got like a half dozen kids out, and they wrote some amazing scripts. And then where Melissa comes in, we hired our professional actor and comedian friends to do a staged reading of the kids' scripts.
Yeah. It really
And
tested
it was just a delightful time. It was great.
It tested our range, really, like the things we played in those plays. I remember Mark Andrada and we played like monkeys. Like I was a red monkey and he was and it was like a post-apocalyptic or like some other. It was amazing.
If you're gonna be in the post-apocalypse, you want to be with Mark Andrade as a monkey.
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
True enough. It was really fun. So I feel like what I'm always so impressed with, Alison, is like you have so many different communities you belong to and that you work with, and so many different things you do, and you do them all really well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
That's
like,
very nice to hear.
Yeah, your writing is fantastic. You also work in radio.
I do.
A lot, quite a bit.
Yeah, that's sort of my main job these days.
Cool.
Is radio, yeah.
And you did...
My dad is doing a Yay script superhero.
Yay, Sam!
Hi, Sam Broverman.
Hello, Sam. Sam, can you go get the keychain and tell us the sayings that Mr. T says?
We were talking about the Mr. T keychain earlier, so...
Pity the fool. I don't even know. I keep
I'm
thinking
gonna get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I keep thinking, look mighty fine in them jeans, but that's Eddie Murphy doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That one.
But I feel like that's his saying, but it's not.
I don't remember. Like, let's be honest.
Sam, come through for us.
Yeah, those are the only two. I wouldn't even have remembered I'm gonna get you, sucker. Like, really, it's just Pity the Fool.
Oh, is he coming through?
Is he coming through?
Quit your jibba jabba.
Quit your jibba jabba.
That's it, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. That's the man.
Yes, Sam. Yes, Sam.
Sam delivers. That was exceptional.
Don't give me back talk.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Don't give me that back talk. That's right.
Sam, you're coming through, man. Okay.
This is so good.
Yeah, a lot of hype to Sam. Tonight.
So much hype to Sam.
Probably the greatest gift I ever gave him. It was a souvenir from New York.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. Well.
Oh, shut up, fool. There we go.
Shut
up. Whoa. That's intense.
I feel like
Shut
this
up,
is like
fool?
Yeah. Shut up. Like, when you think about it, like, we were kids.
Yeah.
Telling someone to shut up, that's not nothing.
No, it's true.
It's not nothing.
That's not nothing. That's all I'm saying.
That's not nothing.
I feel like now, I hear a lot of parents, like, who, if their kids say shut up, are like, really, a lot of them are very... It's considered a bit of a swear, isn't it? Like a swear
Aggressive.
word?
It's
Yeah.
Well, it's also
aggressively
like
rude.
Right?
Yeah.
It's also like not. You want kids to be able to like talk it out, not just be like shut up.
Shut up, fool.
It's like the first internet troll. Shut up, fool.
Yeah,
Click,
Mr. T
block.
T was the first internet troll.
Stop this. Fuck. Right now.
Yeah, internet. Yeah, they do. They do a lot of. It's a lot of just shutting down.
Oh yeah, a lot of shutting down.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
Are
why
you
I'm
looking
hype
at the
night.
research?
Is it my LinkedIn now?
Yeah, you have some of your. Listen, I'm gonna be frank. Is sometimes the LinkedIn does a really good job of listing the things, so I just copy and paste.
Yeah, we like to copy paste here.
sometimes.
Fair, yeah.
You know, that's how we know that some of the radio programs you've been on,
Yeah.
like Here and Now.
Here and now.
Definitely not the opera. What was your thing that you were talking about with Definitely Not the Opera?
Oh,
What
you
did
know
you
what?
work on with it?
I
Different
actually.
segments?
Yeah, I didn't. It wasn't even I didn't get to tell like a personal story. It was something I produced about a really great organization, called The Stop. So I talked about the, which is a good like food security organization in the city. So it was a little piece of it. That was also quite a while ago. But for Here and Now, also a few years back, I donated blood and interviewed someone at the same time. So that was a fun time. The nurse really was not into me doing that. She was like, you give me the microphone. I'm like, no, I'm interviewing this person. I can donate blood and hold the microphone. She's like, I don't think you can. But then I did, so.
Wow.
You didn't get the woozes?
Yeah.
You were like, whoa.
No, it was okay.
Give me orange juice.
No, it was okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I ate a bunch of cookies. It was fine, yeah.
And so, it was like a test to see if you could.
It was about. I was interviewing a playwright, Kat Lantain, who wrote a play about the blood crisis.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
so I was interviewing her. So we had gone to
Right.
donate blood together as like this sort of active documentary kind of thing. And then she had recently been in a country and she wasn't allowed to donate blood for another few months. So I donated the blood and interviewed her.
And now they email you they call you every 3 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a commit. That's a real commitment to a story, Allison. Like
was all right.
it's like
I've been meaning to donate blood anyway.
Okay.
It seemed like a good thing to
you're like
do.
multitasking.
So,
You're like, listen,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, definitely give blood.
It's funny because you often hear, like now, I feel like mostly you hear people who are like, let's go get a pedicure together, or like, let's go get a coffee, and you're like, no, let's donate blood.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's great.
So
we
calm.
could do it, yeah.
I won't.
Oh, okay.
I have a lot of issues with having my blood taken.
Okay.
Like it's really,
Yeah.
I think it's more of a psychological issue.
Yeah, probably.
But like, I mean, I can do it,
Yeah.
but I have to lie down. Like, you know how sometimes you go just get some blood taken and you can sit and they do
Yeah.
it? I can't.
Oh, you gotta lay down. You gotta do like the whole thing.
Yeah, because and it's really hard to find my veins.
Mm.
So the other thing is like if you're an anxious person and then the thing that makes something anxious is like the lead
Yeah.
up. Like I don't like roller coasters and I don't like them for a couple of reasons. But one of the things is like that like tick 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 tick.
Which they
tick,
actually
tick,
don't
tick,
even need
tick,
to do
tick,
anymore.
tick.
They just do it to scare people
Yes. Yes.
like you.
And it
used to be
succeeds.
It used to have a purpose.
Yes.
Now it's just a click.
Yeah, and it's like, but that to me is like them preparing to draw my blood, and it's like, guys, this is already not a good time.
Right.
But it's like, tick, 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 tick.
I used to do it all the time, but now I've got like low iron and low blood pressure. And they're always like, "Hun, maybe not today."
Yeah, like
And I'm like,
wonder.
"What do you mean? I want to help." And they're like, "No, you're great. Go home."
Yeah,
you're done.
that's
Yeah.
nice. I want to be able to. It freaks me out a lot, which is not a good enough excuse because there's
Lay
like
there
a
and it
blood
goes
shortage.
Pump.
Yeah, already you talking about it. I'm gonna pass out right now.
If you ever want to go with a buddy, you
Okay.
can go together.
Thanks, Allison.
You do get to lie down, actually.
Yeah,
You don't
well,
just sit. You
Yeah.
lie down. It's...
I know they give you cookies, which I think they should do all the time when they take your blood.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
there's
just be
some
a
people that just
donate.
give blood all the time because they have that thing where they have like too much iron in their body and then they need to give blood. So then they like give blood
Well,
all the
that's
time.
great.
Yeah,
Because they're making up for people who can't, who want to.
yeah,
That's nice.
yeah.
And the universe is balanced.
Yeah, there we
That's what I'll
go.
say.
Fantastic.
You've been doing a lot of cool reporting lately for Q, right?
Yeah, I had a little stint on Q, and they let me do some really fun stuff for them. This morning, a piece aired that I made. It goes back to our musical theater.
Musical theater.
I interviewed the author of a new book about Rodgers and Hammerstein, and the Q segment is called the Gateway. So the gateway to Rodgers and Hammerstein, and so this guy taught us Purdom. He walked us through some major musical moments, and it was a really fun thing to edit because I got to mix in a lot of the songs and the
Nice.
music, and I got to kind of really nerd out on it. So that was pretty exciting.
Cool.
That was really fun.
There's a revival of Carousel
On Broadway,
on Broadway now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it is. I think last month was the 75th anniversary of the Broadway opening of Oklahoma. As
Right.
Well. So that was
Classic monumental musical moments there.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you did a thing about Greece recently,
Oh
didn't
man,
you?
this was
Which I know you were very excited about.
very excited about this. So and this was a sign. I think the senior producers like you found out that I was really into musicals and that kind of thing. So anytime while I was there, something came up, they was like, oh, maybe Alison would like this. So because it's the 40th anniversary of the movie Grease this year.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's like screening in some places is like a classic film thing. Anyway, so I got to interview Didi Khan, played Frenchie,
Classic Frenchie.
Okay.
and it was great. She just told me she had a blast filming Grease, and she just told me all about her good times and
And about Stockard Channing
how
tidbits, right?
Yeah, probably my favorite anecdote from that was
Pause
that.
us for just a second. I
Oh.
wonder, is it actually still going through?
Mhm.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's just something wrong with my phone then?
We just had a little restart.
Okay. All right, I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
restart my phone. Okay, here we go.
Anyway, yeah, so Didi Khan, Stockard Channing. One of my favorite anecdotes from that was that Jeff Conaway, I guess, played Kaniki. Apparently, a bit of a slut on set, kind of made his way through the cast of Grease.
Wow.
But also-
Kaniki, you will get a hickey.
Here's the sort of less savory thing, especially in this sort of Me Too era. He insisted on giving Stockard Channing a real hickey.
Ew.
And so in the scene in the diner where she's angry at him and throwing her milkshake, they had to film that several times because actually she's supposed to miss him and hit Frenchie with the milkshake, but she wouldn't. She only wanted to throw her milkshake at Jeff Conaway because she was very angry at him.
Yeah.
Rightly so.
Hype.
For sexually harassing her on set.
Yeah.
So hype to Stockard Channing, always and forever.
Hype to Stockard
Hype to Stockard Channing.
Always and
Yeah.
forever. Oh my god.
Hi.
And I'm sorry that happened. And you.
I know.
There are worse things you could do. No. There aren't.
Anyway.
It was great. That's great. I know how excited you were about that. And I remember I said, I don't know where we were talking about this, and I said, I don't like Grease. And you were across the room, and you heard it, and you went, what? And it's not that I think when I was younger, I liked it when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I was everywhere. Like, everyone sang it. We danced to it at every wedding because they had those mega mixes.
Yeah.
And then in my musical theater dance class, we did it. And I think I just got
It's too much.
just too much.
That's fair. That's perfectly fair.
Yeah. And then, so yeah. But when I was young, I really loved it. I loved it. I had that album and like wore that album out. Yeah. Great musical. Yeah. Let's get to like some pretty big hype. So we mentioned this before that you built a restaurant and run a restaurant with your partner, Justin.
Yes.
Who's a wonderful chef and
It's pretty good.
so
He's
good.
not watching right now. He's
working.
out.
Oh,
He's actually it's his night off, but he's out with a friend.
Yay!
So, right.
Oh, hype to Justin.
Hype
And hope
for
he's
out-
having a nice night out.
Yes, and hype for going out with a friend.
Yes. What a
You know?
lovely thing.
Everybody should just go out with a friend.
Yes. I agree with you.
Yeah, go out with a friend.
Go out with a friend.
Yeah.
Have a night off.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Great. I agree. There's nothing else I can say. And I know, so the restaurant's called Boral.
Yes.
And a Boral is an informal gathering of friends for a drink and some snacks, right?
It's a
Kind
Dutch
of-
word. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
along these lines
Yeah.
of hang out with a friend,
Yeah.
have a drink and some
Yeah,
snacks.
there's a Dutch concept. It doesn't really translate to English, but the Dutch word is gezellig or gezelligheid, and it means sort of cozy and convivial, like a really like just cozy, friendly, warm gathering of friends. And a boral is sort of an extension of that. A boral. If gezellig is the adjective, then a boral is the noun.
Okay, I'll be dumb. Is it Is it like people talk about like hoogie?
It's very similar to hygge. Yeah,
Okay, hygge,
yeah. It's
okay.
Very
kind of
nice,
the,
Dale.
Yeah, the Dutch and the Danish have that kind of parallel.
Okay, so it's
Concept,
similar
so,
in that sense.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause
Well,
it
and
just,
it's
I feel like
gone-
it's been like a thing. I feel like it's been a theme that like in North America is trying to like kind of adopt this kind
Yeah.
of coming together without having to have like things be like extreme or like having like huge affairs. Instead, just coming together with people
Yeah.
and being like cozy and like
Yeah, it's just sort of it's keeping things simple and just sort of appreciating the moment and trying to make the most of what you've got in the moment.
beautiful.
I like it.
Yeah, I love it.
And
I have not been to your restaurant yet. I'm very excited to go to your restaurant.
We're excited to have.
I
you.
live very close to your restaurant.
I was saying to your partner today that we should go, like, with Matt, and we should have, like, a little double date.
Definitely.
A double Dutch date.
Want to
if
get
you
that
will.
herring?
Oh, there's a lot of, so there's, like, the herring, there's delicious deep-fried goods
Okay.
that
of
are
deep, yeah.
just out of this world.
I mean, everything's
There's-
wonderful deep fried.
There's something you serve that really has been life-changing. So there are these little Dutch pancakes. They're called poffertjes.
Yeah, poffertjes.
Ooh, wow, I
Very
said
good.
it pretty
Poffertjes.
That was very
Yeah.
good. Okay, I'm going to give
Poffertjes.
myself a little personal hype
Yeah.
for the accurate pronunciation. I've eaten them enough that now I've had to learn how to say them.
Hype to
order-
poffertjes.
Hype to poffertjes. They're like clouds. Like if you could, when I was a kid, if I had imagined what it was like to eat a cloud,
Yeah.
to have the cloud melt on my mouth, and so they bring them to you, and there's powdered sugar on them, and then they just put like a slice of butter, and as it arrives at your table, the butter is melting.
Oh, come on.
They don't last. Like it's when you're at the Boral, you'll see someone order them. You'll see them come out. You'll turn to your friend and say, "Oh yeah, we should get some poffertjes," and you'll turn back around and they're gone. Like they eat them so quickly because they're so good. They've been life changing.
I want them.
Glad
Yeah.
to hear that.
Yeah.
They are
I want them. I want
they're
them.
very good.
and they're made in like a really cool little like pan that has the little
we invested in a special poffertjes pan. It's
nice.
serious. We're serious about it.
You got to be serious about
Yeah.
poffertjes. That's what I say.
Yeah.
And then you also sometimes at the Boral you have, and I'm not going to say this properly, you have an event called the Rijstafel?
Rice taffel.
Rice Tafel.
Rice taffel.
I tried.
Oh,
I almost
okay.
succeeded. I haven't had enough of the rice taffel yet.
Hey, Matt.
I haven't learned it.
Matt, do I have another? Is it on yours?
We're
Okay.
good.
I don't know. I'm having difficulty on my end. I'm sorry.
Dale's having difficulty on her end.
Yeah,
but
it's
thank
all
you,
good.
Dale, for looking into it.
Hey, it's all good.
And thank you for sticking with us, those of you who are still watching with
Yay.
us.
Welcome.
So that's a Dutch-Indonesian rice table is what it means,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's sort of a Dutch Indonesian tasting menu. The way we do it, we sell tickets in advance, so it's a private event, and we sort of serve the food family style, and you get, a bunch of Indonesian snacks, and then, big bowl of rice, and then a lot of sort of smaller dishes, and meats and vegetables, and it's all kind of eaten together, and it's delicious. It's
Kind of thinking I had
good.
something similar, probably not similar, but I had a Filipino kind of out on eating all together with
Okay.
rice.
Yeah, that's probably a similar idea, sort of that sort of
What was it called?
South Asian kind of style.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was
and it's-
fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really good. But with the Indonesian food, it's a lot of sweet and spicy flavors.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
really nice, and it's delicious. I can hype that because I don't actually make it. I just eat it. So
Yeah.
It's
Delicious.
very good.
I gotta say, one perk of being pals with you and Justin is we often get invited to the test nights of things. So we've tasted a lot of delicious things as they've been tested. And, hype to those nights and to you for inviting us, and please continue.
Okay.
Is what I'll say about that. Because I love it.
Yeah.
But you started out, so the Boral started out as a pop-up in different restaurants
Yeah.
and bars in the city, and then grew over several years. And I gotta say, it's been amazing to watch you and Justin
Thank you.
build it, and to have come to those early events and seen you doing those, and then to come to your restaurant, as your friend, I'm immensely proud to come to your restaurant and see the amazing work you've done. And I've got to say, it's so cozy and so inviting in your restaurant, and you can feel the love and the passion you have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Oh,
of you to
pleasure. And
I'm looking forward to it.
we've been there. Yeah, we go a lot. So it's funny because you post things on your Facebook, and then I'm like, oh boy, Matt, we better go again this week because they have a special this week. That's amazing. So yeah.
We're switching up the menu to the spring soon, so that's going to be some exciting times.
Spring
Exciting.
menu.
Spring food menu as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. It's,
Okay.
Yeah. No official announcements yet, but there's some good stuff on the horizon.
Well, you should,
Yeah.
and so it's on the Danforth for those of you in Toronto or those of you planning to come visit Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
You should check it out. Danforth in Greenwood.
Yeah, right by Greenwood subway station.
And also,
Yeah.
you should make sure you plan ahead for it because it's very popular, and it's also been spotlighted and focused in a lot of publications that people go to look for the thing to go and do and the thing to go and see. So don't be surprised if you get there and either it is filled up and you can't get in,
Yep.
or they're having an amazing event and you can't get in,
Yep.
or it's just you're there at the wrong time and you can't get in.
Yep.
So there's that. Because I was looking it up and I saw this. You have the most wonderful ratings. It's I don't even know, 4.9 or something like this on
Yes.
Facebook. Some amazing rating. So of course I start looking at them, and there's this one from this stupid person. I'm just not going to give this person hype at all. Who was like, I tried to go. This is the voice. I tried to go, and it was closed. And then I went again with my husband, and P.S. they were like, it was a ridiculous time that they tried to go. It was closed. And then I tried to go again with my husband, and it was full. And then I went again, and they were having a private party. 2 stars. I'm like, screw you. You can't give something
No.
2 stars when you haven't stepped inside. I hope you're watching.
Not only.
What? Come on.
Can I double down on this?
Double. Oh.
I know it's Hype Night and we try to be positive, but I just want to say this.
Tell her she's wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong. But not only can you not 2-star something you haven't even been in, but maybe pick up a phone and call before you go.
Yeah.
It's closed once. Shame on them. It's closed or full, or you can't get in the second and third time. Shame on you.
I don't understand. I saw this restaurant in Toronto Life. It's a little magazine. I saw it in the Toronto Life, and I thought we should go there. Let's go.
We're the only people who've seen this
It was
review.
full. Oh,
Yeah. Come on.
come on.
Come on. Sometimes we gotta call it. We gotta call it.
So I was on Facebook and I thought to myself, I'm gonna flag it. I'm gonna flag this review. I'm gonna flag it because it's not a good review
No.
and it doesn't make any sense. And she didn't eat any of the food. And then Facebook was like, "Is this offensive? Is it hate speech?" And I was like, "Well, it's not. It's not particularly hate speech.
It's a little bit offensive, but only
like-
from the standpoint of common decency.
Get it together.
Yeah.
Write an appropriate review." So I couldn't flag it.
Oh, but you tried, Dale, and
Man,
that's
I
what's
really
important.
tried.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
It's nice to know you're out there fighting the good fight. I guess.
Don't leave reviews.
I'm always fascinated at how many people go out of their way to make comments and negative reviews about things
Yeah.
that are like not constructive. You know, if you had a bad experience, that's legitimately a bad experience and you want to warn people. But like if you had a bad night because you got somewhere and it was full, like it's not their fault that they're popular. It's like, I mean, it is because they make great food.
They got great
But like
herring,
that's
still.
that's then call ahead and make sure that get there early. I don't know. Deal with your own issues.
Yeah.
Listen,
Have a
Al-
backup plan so you're not so disappointed.
Or you know what? I think maybe this is an opportunity to flip the switch on your thinking person who left this review. Because what you could do is you
Let's
could
find it.
flip the switch and be like, in the spirit of positivity, you could be like, well, this is so popular. I'm so excited for the time when we do get in. Right?
Yes, there's a
That's a beautiful attitude.
There's a
to it.
brunch
Yeah.
place by my place. It's busy all the time, and they just close because sometimes they just feel like it. And I'm like, good for them. These are a family-owned restaurant,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're like, you
We're
know
tired.
what? Fuck it. We're gonna go off for 8 days. We're going to Mexico. I'm like, good for you.
They're living their life.
Live your life. Or it's too busy, and I go by, and I'm like, it's too busy.
But
Go
what-
when it rains. Go to a restaurant when it's raining.
Yeah. There you go.
There will be
And if you
space.
can't get in, don't come to us. Okay? If it's too busy.
Don't wanna hear it.
We don't want to hear it.
wanna hear it.
We're going to flag it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Tell her she's wrong. Tell her.
Okay, let's get to the lightning round.
Let's do it.
So the lightning round tonight, Dale, you have a little something on your eyebrow. There's what? No other one. That's really
Is
good.
it gone?
That's a really good one.
You gotta go.
Dramatic light.
It was so
gotta go hard.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Because I'm not wearing
Okay.
mascara, I can do that.
So good. I think the lightning round tonight, what we're going to do is, so the Boral has amazing cocktails. They had an amazing set of winter cocktails. They have some new spring cocktails. They have great titles. We can't get into the details. We're going to give you the titles to entice you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go and you're going to read the amazing details of what inspired the cocktails and what's in them. They're magic. So we're going to do a little lightning round.
Hope
Do
you're
you
ready
wanna
for
start?
diction.
Do you want a
Oh, man.
diction?
Oh, you're gonna try to pronounce some.
We're
Dutch
going to
words.
try and pronounce
on.
Dutch words. Okay, do you want to start with the winter cocktails or the spring ones?
Well, you shouldn't
I
do the
have
winter.
this.
You should
Okay,
do the
just
spring
do the
ones,
spring?
'cause we don't
Okay.
have the winter ones.
Okay, here we go.
Alright,
Spring
so-
cocktails.
Okay,
You
wait, here we go.
start.
Here we go. I'm going to start. Oh, God. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
De Doctor.
Yeah. Dutch. I got off easy.
Dutch Russian.
10 time cider.
Why did
Town
you-
time. It's fine. It's fine.
Town time cider.
Town is the Dutch word from garden.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. De Soldat van Orange.
Oranje, but
Oranje. Okay, I'm saying it again.
Soldat-
De Soldat van Oranje.
Yeah. Yeah. there
But
you go.
mine is orange bike.
Yeah, you got it.
Why do I get all the Dutch?
I looked ahead and said you go first.
Listen, tonight is a night of Dale setting me up for failure. Okay, this one is it De Rosa Dame?
Yeah, perfect. There you go.
What?
And then finally,
Well done.
the summer snowball.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Now that since you've mentioned our cocktails, I would like to hype one of our amazing bartenders, Amy, who came up with a lot of these, especially De Doctor, De Soldat van Oranje, De Rosendam. They're great. She worked very hard, and
Yeah.
one of the best nights in March for me was the night I got back to the bar and she was like, I have samples of cocktails for you, and I sat at the bar and she made me all these cocktails that she invented.
What a night.
Awesome.
And in particular, De Soldat van Oranje is delicious. It's basically a bourbon sour with marmalade. And
Yeah, it's got a
so tasty.
spoonful of
Oh,
marmalade.
it's so delicious.
Helps
Amy
the
told
De
me that-
Soldat van Oranje go down.
No, down, no, you beat me to it. I was trying to put it together, that joke in my head. It wasn't coming together.
Listen, if there's a musical pun to be made, Well, I'm gonna try and
Yeah,
make
you're
it
gonna
at
get
the
it.
very least.
Yeah.
I've had the Dutch Russian.
Yeah.
It's made with this thing called chocomel, which is a Dutch
chocolate milk.
Dutch chocolate milk.
It's good.
Which is incredible. And the
Cool.
Dutch Russian is a play on a White Russian, and it's an ode to your love of the Big Lebowski.
It sure is.
Yeah, which is, you know, the dude abides at the Boral. So you should definitely check it out.
Cool.
You can find out details about the Boral at www.boral.ca.
That's easy to remember.
Right? Very easy. And then there's also on Instagram, you can follow at BoralTO. And then on Facebook, it's BoralTO. And then you have a whole, like...
Yeah. We have a Facebook group. It's
Yeah,
a whole-
it's a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you search it, it'll come up on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're the only Boral in Toronto, really.
The only Boral in town.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. And you can follow Alison on Twitter at Brovermania. You have a lot of cool nicknames. Brovermania, I know, like, sometimes we call you Brovocop.
That's a Mark Andrade.
That's a Mark Andradeism that has really caught on for a while there. What's our new favorite thing? I think it's time for our new favorite thing. We're already at new favorite thing. It goes very
Yeah, it
quickly.
goes quickly.
Yeah.
Well, mine is, I just started a book that I'm really enjoying. It's brand new. It's called Sharp. And it is by a writer named Michelle Dean. And it is a sort of a joint biography, or kind of like a cultural biography of a bunch of female writers of the 20th century. So like a lot of my favorites, like Dorothy Parker and Joan Didion, Hannah Arendt, Susan Sontag. It's great. She's just a really interesting, insightful writer, and it's like wonderful to read about these authors from this sort of perspective of their cultural influence.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Sharp.
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 Fantastic. That
Great.
sounds great.
My new favorite thing is an old favorite thing. It's just Epsom salts.
Love them.
Really into Epsom salts right now. You can buy a big thing of them like this from No Frills for like $7.
Yeah.
It's important to do Epsom salts correctly. You got to put them in boiling water first to really get them dissolved before you put them into any kind of bath or
Really?
bath or
I
bath
never
like
do that.
Yeah, you got to dissolve them like really deeply before you use them. But I really have been finding the benefits of Epsom salts, and I think that they're wonderful. And it's a really cheap way to bring a little bit of healing into your life. So go get Epsom salts. And if you want to be fancy about it, put a drop of lavender and be like, "Look at me go."
There you go.
You got to put your hands like this, and say, "Look at me go."
Look at me go.
Oh my God.
Tell her she's wrong, folks. Cool. My new favorite thing is also an old favorite thing. So speaking of musical theater, I don't know why suddenly today is like my whole life is musical theater, but I'm not going to fight it.
Every day.
Because every day is, yeah, it should be. So I love watching these videos online of Seth Rudetsky. So Seth Rudetsky is like a musical supervisor. He plays the piano. He's also an actor. And he has this thing called Obsessed, which has gone through many stages. So at first he used to just be like in his apartment, and he used to do it on his webcam. And then he was at like this office in the Sony building. And then he would be in rehearsal halls. And first it started where he would listen to albums or CDs of cast albums, and he would deconstruct singers. So he would deconstruct Don't Rain on My Parade by Barbra Streisand, and he would break it down and be like, I'm obsessed with how Barbra Streisand does this, and he would point it out. Or B. Arthur, like he'll talk about B. Arthur and Mame and Angela Lansbury, and he'll be like, I'm obsessed with how they sing it like this, and they sustain this note, and he breaks it all down, and I'm such a nerd about it. Like, I love how he breaks it all down. And now in the later seasons, he brings Broadway singers in, and they talk about like an audition they had and how crazy it was, and they'll sing like interesting things they can do with their voice. Like Lilias White has like a crazy kind of amazing belt, and Andrea Martin is in one, and she talks about a show she was in on Broadway, and it's just really cool. It's such a nerdy thing, but it's really just fascinating, like to go so deep on the music and have someone who knows so much about it have so much joy for that specific part of musical theater. So I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
great.
it's on
That sounds
YouTube.
good.
Yeah.
It's called
Fantastic.
Obsessed. Yeah.
Obsessed. YouTube.
That's it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Ah, we're at the end.
Oh, friends.
Friends.
Allison, thank you for being
Thank
here.
you for having me.
Thank
This
you
was
so
much
much.
fun.
Yeah, it was really
It
nice.
was just a delightful time.
Yay! We're so happy, and thank you for joining us, and for your hype, and for tuning in.
Yes.
And we look forward to seeing you again soon. on the hype.
Yeah.
And you can keep looking at our Facebook page here for updates and for our next guest and all that info.
You're also welcome to rate us because it's always really great to rate us. So, tell us how you feel about it. Listen, if you haven't listened to us, though, don't leave us a rating. 'Cause that's just, don't do that. But if you got to this point and you've listened, please leave us a rating. Also, in your rating, you can also give suggestions of guests and wonderful women that you would like to see on the show.
Yeah. Tell her she's wrong, everybody.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Tell her she's wrong.
Man, I might say this for the next year. That might become my saying. We're going to say it like 600 times.
We're going to say it.
Right here.
Thanks so much. We hope you have a great night.
Thanks.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.